down. So, I just want to say to anybody that's black that's listening to this stream, because like I said, I'm not doubling down. I'm riding with Will Smith till the wheels fall off. If you want to unsubscribe to my channel, go right ahead. And I just want to say to the to the clear people that's coming on my channel, I don't give a damn what you think, and I don't want your opinion. I know one thing, I've seen over the past few days a lot of cooning, a lot of, exaggerating from people saying they was traumatized, you know, to just I'm seeing a lot of jealousy and racism towards Will Smith all at the same time. And to think, Will Smith was always considered the acceptable Negro, but not no more. And I'm listening to several different, content videos concerning this situation. I've listened to some people who was objected about it, and then I listened to some people that just flat out is Will Smith fault no matter what. Chris Rock is a victim. He's not a victim whatsoever. He not even remotely a victim. He got a pattern. I'm gonna expose some of these celebrities. I'm gonna expose Jim Carrey. I'm gonna expose Zoe Kravitz, Amy Schumer. They all gonna get exposed. All this stuff about they've been traumatized. How? See, this is what you call putting two on the 10. This is what you call white people being white. Now she is friends with Judd Apatow, and now I'm glad that Judd Apatow finally's been exposed as a racist. But like I said, Jim Carrey's comments was over the top as well. And I think we got to a point to where now it's about privilege or feeling that you have the right. Because I basically debunked that whole, well, they're comedians and they get paid to do this kind of stuff. That's complete that's complete bull. Oh, he was just doing his job. No, he wasn't just doing his job. It's a difference between doing your job and then being disrespectful. As far as Jada Pinkett Smith, uh, I'm gonna do probably I'm gonna probably do another stream about her, and I'm just gonna say what I need to say about her. I listened to some of the stuff that was said. I listened to Corey Holcomb, what he said. I agree with what he said for the most part, but I didn't agree with how he said it. Because we really do need to have a conversation about Jada Pinkett Smith, her intentions, what kind of person she is. But that's coming later. But the topic of this story, would everybody be outraged if this happened at the BET Awards? Would everybody have something to say if this was the Source Awards or something, or the BET Hip Hop Awards, or the NAACP Awards? I don't think it would be that reaction. But because it's the Oscars, a white ran award show that has pretty much almost in its 100 years of existence went out of its way to not acknowledge black artistry as far as TV and film go, pretty much film go. So that's what it's really about. And don't try to come here and say that this isn't a race issue because it was two black men that had an issue. People are making it a race issue by saying I was traumatized and all this stuff, and going full blown Karen. And for the people that's sitting up to saying, well, this makes black people as a whole, look, I'm gonna make this very clear. I don't give two fucks what a white person think about me. I really don't. I'm not finna spend my life. Oh, that's the problem. We are sitting up worried about what they, who cares what they think? Middle finger to y'all. Everybody keep talking about, well, Will Smith should have did this, he could have did that. Well, it's easy for you to say when you ain't in Will Smith's shoes. But I will speak on Jada Pinkett Smith later on how she, to me, is just selfish. And that has to be said. Because she is selfish. I do think Will Smith will recover from this. But my point was proven about a lot of stuff that I've said over the years pertaining to it. And you've heard Torian talk about it. You've heard a lot of people talk about it. When we make a mistake, it's never forgiven. They never let us live it down. They do something. Not only do they tell us to move on, they demand that we move on. But to me, ain't nobody in no position to sit up here and ridicule Will Smith the way they doing. And it is just alarming and shocking and disappointing all at the same time how people have turned on Will Smith. But it just shows me they was just jealous of him and they just wanted his spot. Because I listened to his Oscar acceptance speech where he said he had to put up with constant disrespect. But then again, Will Smith has had the black community shun on him because they protected a white boy when he sat up there and disrespected that man. They kept protecting Eminem when he kept disrespecting prominent and disrespecting black people and said racist stuff. But this is black people, folks. Black people will go out of their way to defend people that don't look like them and get nothing in return. Look what's going on with the current president. And I don't give a damn about him signing no Emmett Till bill because that means absolutely nothing. Now the dummies may try to feed off of that and try to say, see, stop it. Okay? Stop it. Oh, it's a federal hate crime if you're caught lynching somebody. Well, good luck with that. I mean, how many people they really gonna catch red-handed lynching somebody? Once again, another condescending fake law. I mean, Joe Biden, he locked up a whole bunch of people. So I mean, But anyway, I don't want to make this about him. I want to get back to Will Smith and Chris Rock. Like I said, had this been the BET Awards, nobody would have gave a rat's ass about it. They would have been laughing about it. But because it's the Oscars, which by the way, this particular Oscar had the second lowest ratings in history, or at least in the modern TV era. The one last year was worst. So that just goes to show you. And to be honest with you, nobody wasn't even watching the damn Oscars. Actually, Will Smith helped the Oscars because people were talking about the Oscars based off what happened. So once again, Will Smith seen that did more good than harm, except to himself. Chris Rock tickets is going in some place for $6,000. Who in the fuck would pay $6,000 to see Chris Rock? So once again, by Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, he revived his failing comedic career and possibly his film career. So I'm just saying, nobody would have gave a damn. Like I said, these people gonna get it. Jim Carrey, he gonna get it. Oh, shout out to Torian, he's here. Shout out to LB. Subscribe to their channels. Jim Carrey gonna get it. Zoe Kravitz gonna get it. A couple of other people gonna get it. And then Eminem, of all people, sitting up there tweeting Will Smith is a bitch. You've been hiding from Will Smith for the longest. I bet you won't go say that to Will Smith face. You talk about the same Eminem that made songs calling black women dumb. Now it's funny that people brought up some ancient ass video of Will Smith on the Arsenio Hall show talking about John B. Williams' head. He was talking about him and he gave him a compliment at the same time. And then keep in mind, Will Smith was a kid at the time. Will Smith was probably at best probably 21, 22. I've already so don't even try it with that. Okay, well, if you want to okay. So if you want to bring up something that Will Smith did, see now I'm finna get you now. So since you want to bring up something, all these people that speaking on something that Will Smith spoke upon like 30 years ago, okay, cool. So now that means we can bring up Eminem's history with those racist songs since he got something to say. So that means we can bring up Jim Carrey's history of allegedly getting people sprung on coke and all that stuff. And Alec Baldwin got something to say. Somebody that murdered somebody. Really? So since they brought up that that video from Arsenio Hall, so that means nobody's path is that means nobody's path is safe, right? Since y'all want to play that game, right? So I don't want to hear nobody. I want to hear nobody saying, "Well, that was a long time ago." Since y'all went back 30 years, then that means we can do it, right? Because they love to hit us with that line. Well, that was a long time ago, and I've since changed. See, y'all fucked up. Y'all know y'all done fucked up, right? Y'all know you know y'all done fucked up, right, by bringing that up, right? So for all the celebrities who decided to go that route, and since that video is turned up and y'all still trying to save Chris Rock, okay, cool. 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 People ain't in no position to talk about nobody. Like I said, everybody make mistakes. And like I said, the man already didn't apologized. It took Joe Rogan like 10 years to apologize for him being a racist white supremacist. But yet everybody is overreacting about one. I'm serious. Traumatized. People act like Will Smith like picked Chris Rock up, body slammed him, and started stomping him out to where he was like, you know what I'm saying, had to be taken to the hospital. But it was a slap. So just stop it. You were traumatized. Really? So Amy Schumer is having nightmares seeing, man, for real, just stop it with this foolishness. But this is always the thing. Something happened with us. Other people feel like they have to be part of it. They have to try to capitalize off it, bring some notoriety to them. Just stop it with this foolishness, man. This just sounds ridiculous. I did kind of enjoy that Samuel L. Jackson, he hugged Will Smith and he gave him dap. So I guess he don't like Chris Rock very much. And I've said this before. I'm tired of people saying that you have the right to do something. That's what they get paid to do. They make fun of people and all that stuff. Well, at the end of the day, where does it say that you have a license to say whatever the hell you want? And people do take freedom of speech too far. You can joke. And I'm tired of people talking about certain people too sensitive. Please shut that shit up. It's easy for somebody to say when it ain't happening to you. How many times have you seen on these practical joke shows are some of these jokes that's getting played by people on YouTube where you seen people ready to whoop on these people, chasing after them. But these are probably the same people that's talking junk about Will Smith. These probably some of the same people that had their asses at the Capitol building. Like I said, people is putting 2 on the 10. And like I said before, nobody would have gave a rat's ass had this been been the BET Awards or the Soul Train Awards or something like that. They might have talked about this one day and laughed it off and all that kind of stuff. But then now you got this discussion about this and about this that like I said before. They made it look like dude got took to the hospital. And then you got all these fake celebrities now all of a sudden they didn't got tough overnight. Talked about, oh, they would have did this, they would have did that. Yeah, sure you would have. Sure you would have. Do not tell somebody how to handle a situation. I mean, like I said, he made a mistake. Nobody condemns what Will Smith did. But like I said, we understand. We all admitted that Will Smith shouldn't have did what he did, but the way people are acting, like this is the most hard, but that's what they do. Anytime a black man have a moment where he get off character, they try to turn them and make them seem like they some kind of savage. But you didn't have incident after incident where you didn't have these white boys shoot have these white boys, white women shoot up schools, shoot up churches, shoot up grocery stores, shoot up anything, schools, whatever. But then somehow, some way they get sympathy. What led? What led to what happened to so and so? All of this, you get his friends. Well, when we grew up, man, he used to get his tuna sandwiches taken, and he used to get his lunch money taken, and people would grab it. They try to, you know what I'm saying? They try to make the person look like he just somebody he couldn't take it no more, and he snapped. Will Smith didn't take nobody's life. Chris Rock wasn't even hurt. So that's why I'm saying people putting 2 on the 10. And then people trying to bring up, well, why didn't he do this to August Alsina? Well, you know what? Different time, different place. Like I said, how do you know he didn't do something? Like I said, where's August Alsina been since this happened? When is his new album coming out? It's coming out next. Who gives a fuck? Because nobody cares about him. And I heard he didn't say something slick too. And at the end of the day, this just goes to show you that he ain't a good dude. And he was just using, you know what I'm saying, Jaden. Because at the end of the day, Jaden is still supposed to be your friend. You didn't have no business messing with his mama. And at the same time, Jada didn't have no business messing with him. But like I said, nobody wants to talk about this. Nobody wants to go that direction. Because this isn't entirely Will Smith's fault. Chris Rock was just as much at fault as Will Smith. Like I said, I'm so tired of people acting like these comedians got a right, they got a license to say whatever the fuck they want to say, and there's no consequences and repercussions. There's consequences and repercussions for everything you do. There's things that I done did on the streets that I know possibly, hey, you know what? Somebody catch me slipping. It is what it is. There's always consequences. Since people talking about how Will Smith should have reacted to Chris Rock, like making his comment towards Jada, And it don't matter about, well, he kind of laughed it off. I could tell by that laugh that he didn't like it. Once again, it's consequences to everything. Like I said, when people sit up here and say, well, he's a comedian, it's his job to try to make people laugh and tell jokes, you have a limitation to everything. And once again, you sound stupid saying that. Well, that's what he get paid to do, so he has to write. Like I said, so um that mean Terrence Crawford can go around because he a boxer and that's what he get paid to do. So that mean Terrence Crawford can just walk somewhere and punch somebody just because he boxed for a living. Like I said, so a porn star can just walk up to somebody just because that's what they get paid to do and tell them, well, they have to have sex with them because, well, technically, if you try to force somebody to have sex with you, that's called sexual assault and you can pay a stiff consequence for it. Okay, real talk. So because I'm a cop, that means I could just walk up randomly and just arrest you, even though you've done nothing and you abide by the law. But I could just arrest you just because I'm a cop and take you to the station just because I want to, because that's what I get paid to do, right? You know how stupid y'all sound when y'all say stuff like that? No, you don't have the right to say whatever the hell you want to say. I couldn't believe Avery Spears when Avery Spears tried to pull that crap. Well, I'm a comedian. That's what we do. That's what we do. We tell jokes. People need to learn how to take. No, we don't have to. Like I said, maybe I ain't in the mood for your joke. So I don't have to take your joke because you say so. Because that's what you get paid to do. So because a dude is chef and he get paid to cook, he could just walk in your house and start cooking your food. You might not like the way he cook, but because he a chef, that's what you saying. Because that's what he get paid to do, right? So that's pretty much what you saying. Because somebody profession, they can do pretty much what they can. You know, they can pretty much do what they want. So once again, you sound stupid when you say that. And I listen to a lot of commentary. I listen to Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb said, hey, man, I don't roast people. I don't talk about people and all that kind of stuff. Even if I was a comedian, I just wouldn't do that kind of stuff. It's etiquette when you watching the show, etiquette when you performing. And then you got people trying to bring up dudes like Richard Pryor and all that kind of stuff. I don't think Richard Pryor would have went that direction. Keep in mind when Richard Pryor, Richard Pryor after he went to Africa, Richard Pryor started to change his outlook on certain things. When he said that he wasn't going to use the N-word no more. So I'm just saying, you can't sit up there and say, well, if Richard Pryor was here, Richard Pryor ain't here. Richard Pryor been gone for a while. So just stop it. And like I said before, nobody really gives a damn about about really what Will Smith did, but they was just hoping that it just goes to show you that they just was hoping for Will Smith to make a mistake. And unfortunately, Will Smith gave him some rope. But Will Smith being treated like, I mean, Will Smith to a certain degree is being treated like he Vladimir Putin or something. All he did was slap a nigga. Stop it. And I 100% stand by Will Smith. And I 100% stand by them people in Philly, the city of Philadelphia. Nobody said that Will Smith was right in what he did. All we said was we understand. And I'm tired of them trying to set the guidelines for how black men is supposed to react. They try to portray us as savages. We know who the real savages are. You don't want to go that direction with me. You know who are the real savages. Okay? Everybody has a bad moment. Will Smith had a bad moment. But like I said before, had this been the BET Awards, the Soul Train Awards, the whatever awards, the NAACP award, there wouldn't have been this much backlash. But everybody is just trying to capitalize off of this and try to have an angle. And like I say, everybody talking all this tough guy talk now, talk about what they would have did, and Chris Rock with his fake ass brothers talked about his own stop it. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. And then, like I said, you even got comedians instigate. Well, Chris Rock grew up in Jersey and all that. Man, shut up, man. Stop trying to turn this into some street stuff. So now what? It's finna be. So what? It's finna be shootouts behind this shit. Come on, man. Fuck out of here. Oh, what's up, Steve? Steve, appreciate you ride with me on that clown that came on my channel, man. Some of these black people, man, you just be like, where the hell did they come from, man? For real. I'm just saying. I'm saying, yeah, that's true. You got more people that's more mad at Will Smith than they was at seeing what happened to George Floyd. This is the wrong thing to be outraged about. The man used bad judgment. We've all used bad judgment. But see, that's the problem though. Society set the standards for black people so high to where it's impossible to make or complete. We got to be perfect about everything. We're not allowed to. We have to be perfect. We can't make one mistake. And to be honest with you, like I said, Will Smith helped the Oscars. Nobody wasn't even thinking about the Oscars. And don't come here with that Will Packer shit. Well, Will Packer put together a great production number that nobody watched, that nobody cared about. Second lowest ratings behind last year's. Because like I said, nobody cares about the Oscars really. It's a called prestigious award show, but guess what? If the Oscars was so big, how come it has horrible ratings? Answer me that. We sitting up, let me get this straight. We sitting up here mad at a black man who checked another black man at an award show that's historically known for ignoring and disregarding black actors. Right. Go figure. So that's the Oscars. You don't do that at the Oscars. That's the Oscars, the prestigious white ran Oscars. That you have to bitch, whine, and moan every year to recognize powerful performances by black people in certain films. They didn't even nominate they didn't even nominate Jennifer Hudson for playing Aretha Franklin. So stop it. Stop it. Oscars ain't that damn prominent because if they was that damn prominent, then they would have better ratings. So I'm just keeping it 100. Nobody don't be thinking about the Oscars. That's just real talk. That's why they moved it way to the end of March. Because if I'm not mistaken, the Oscar used to come on what? Didn't the Oscar used to come on in the middle of March or something? So whatever. people just be, like I said, people be reaching. Oh, appreciate the donation, man. Like I said, I 100% support Will Smith. 100. Yeah, that's what I thought, Torian. I thought the Oscars used to premiere like the end of February. It's March, going toward April. So that just means what I've been saying. Nobody gives a rat's ass about the Oscars. And the only reason why I paid attention to it this year, because for the very guy, I only paid attention to it this year because of Will Smith. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if King Richard would have been a box office smash, I think Will Smith wouldn't even have won the Oscar. It was like, well, the movie didn't perform well at the box office, so we might as well just go on and give it to him. So we gonna go on and give it to Will Smith. And like I said, I don't even know what won for Best Picture. I'm just saying I only paid attention to it because Will Smith was nominated. Usually I wouldn't have gave a damn. Y'all know I don't do no Oscar awards. So I'm just saying I only paid attention to it this year because I was hoping that the dude that won Best Actor was gonna get the Oscar that he finally deserved. That's all I'm saying. You know something that's funny that's gonna make y'all say hello. That's gonna make you say It's funny while all these other niggas is off code putting Will Smith down. Do you know the dude that Will Smith played in the movie Concussion said that this ain't gonna hurt Will Smith's career? He basically saying what we all saying. The man made a mistake. The dude that because he could have been like, I'm ashamed that Will Smith played me in the movie. But he just basically said, hey, he made a mistake. He used bad judgment and he'll recover from this. And he also said that Will Smith didn't ruin his image. Everybody has a moment. Have you guys ever thought that maybe we played a role in Will Smith allegedly snapping? Because let's just face the fact. We attack well, not me. I always thought Will Smith was a talented rapper. But I couldn't tell. But for some reason, Will Smith is a really good writer, a really good lyricist. But you know what the thing was? We ridiculed Will Smith because he didn't talk about killing people on his records. He didn't talk about slapping the shit out of people. He didn't talk about none of that stuff. So, what role did we play in Will Smith having to do what he had to do to prove that he because that's what we promote. So, what role do we play in this? We make it look like I've always said I have no problem with brothers and sisters that try to further their education, that go to college and try to become doctors and all that kind of stuff. But keep in mind, we had people that didn't look like us telling us that Will Smith, artists like Will Smith, they wasn't for us. Or that we needed to listen to more kill a nigga, more fuck a bitch, more all this stuff. The Wu-Tang Clan said it best. Who's your A&R, mountain climber that plays a guitar? They set up there and have these meetings saying, hey, we want you to do this. We want you to do that. Didn't you hear what Rakim said about Dr. Dre? He said the reason why he left Aftermath because he said Dr. Dre told him he wanted him to make songs about shooting and killing and beating the shit out of people and all that kind of stuff. And he wasn't with that. That's not the image. The rapper Saigon said the same damn thing. Saigon said the same thing. He said, man, when I got out of prison, he said, I didn't want to make no records about killing black people and all this stuff and selling dope and all this kind of stuff. I just wanted to make records about, spitting lyrics and you know what I'm saying, having good content. He said when he turned in his record, he said his record label looked at him like he was crazy. Like, what is this? I mean, as far as NWA go, at the time, okay, they did represent what was going on the other side, but the problem was they saturated the market. They took away our choice, like they do in most cases, to decide. I had no problem with NWA. But see, the problem was they tried to create and manufactured a whole bunch of NWAs. They wanted the whole market to be like NWA. See, back then, the 90s, the golden era of hip hop, you could go from NWA, Ice Cube, to Poor Righteous Teachers, to X Clan, Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying? Redhead Kingpin. I bet y'all don't know nothing about Redhead Kingpin. Then you could listen to some Queen Latifah, some Moni Love. But see, they took away our variety. They took away our choice. A Tribe Called Quest, Leaders of the New School. And then another thing they tried to do, they tried to turn all these rappers, man, we need you to make a whole bunch of records talking about, killing people and all that kind of stuff. So they saturated the market. They mass produced a certain type of content. If you made records about uplifting black people, your record label didn't want to hear it. Keep in mind, Russell Simmons wasn't very fond of Public Enemy. Actually, it was Rick Rubin that had more of an interest in Public Enemy than Russell Simmons, the black dude. He was kind of like Berry Gordy-ish. Now, for those who don't know, I'm gonna tell you a story about Berry Gordy. I've told this story before, but for those who didn't hear it, Berry Gordy was funny style about certain content that he would allow his artists to put out. Keep in mind what's going on, which is probably arguably one of the greatest R&B albums ever made. It's probably top 10 greatest R&B albums ever made, maybe even top 5. That album almost never saw the light of day because Berry Gordy didn't want to put that record out because he didn't like the fact that Marvin Gaye was talking about, stuff that was going on in the community and all that kind of stuff. He didn't like politically, what you would call politically correct, politically incorrect. He didn't like you talking about controversial stuff. So he told Marvin Gaye that album wasn't never going to see the light of day. And Marvin Gaye basically told Berry Gordy, well, you know what? If you don't put this album out, I quit. I'll never record another album from Motown again. And then when the album got put out, it was a huge success. So that's the same thing. That's the same thing that they did to the hip hop industry. Oh yeah, I remember the Snickens. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The '90s, the golden man. Don't y'all remember Ed O.G. and the Bulldogs? I got to have it, Bugaboo. Be a father to your child. Where he was telling black men to step up and be fathers. Yeah, they didn't like that. They didn't like that record. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lords of the Underground, Special Ed. That's what I'm saying. When I was growing up, I had a variety. My tape, yeah, tape, because I'm from the tape era, and I know some of y'all young people that's listening to my stream probably like, what the hell is a tape? Cassette tape. We had when I was growing up, we had vinyl, we had cassette tapes, and we had CDs. For the most part, a lot of street dudes bought tapes because we used to have cassette players and all that kind of stuff. Boom boxes, all that kind of stuff. So I had a cassette collection. I really didn't really start buying CDs till like the late 90s. I had to get up on CDs because cassette tapes were starting to fade out. So that's what I'm saying. But that's what the market did. Even though Will Smith still managed to sell records, even as a solo artist, it was because he was Will Smith. But you would have other rappers attacking him. Oh, Will Smith is soft. Will Smith is this. Will Smith is that. But like I said, Will Smith did the most street move that somebody ever could do. See, he didn't check a nigga at a black award show. He checked a nigga at a white ran award show. Is it is people mad at Will Smith or all the people that's talking about Will Smith? Is it because of what he, you know? Is it because of what he did? Is it because he had more guts to do what a lot of people wouldn't have dare did? Could it be that? So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Well, if you still got your cassette tapes, props to you because I don't know what the hell you can play them on. So, oh, you got the old white too short tape. Yeah, I remember them. Yeah, I remember the cassette tapes. Whenever you bought a jive record, most of their cassette tapes was white. Hmm. Go figure. And and the artist that was on Warner Brothers would have the clear tapes. Ooh, the clear cassette tapes. So yeah, yeah. I remember I had How You Like Me Now on cassette. Um and the thing is with me, here go something that you go find interesting. I bought He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper that had Parents Understand on there. And actually it has some good stuff on there because actually Brand New Funk was a real good track. Yeah, Will Smith, he made some bubblegum stuff. Yeah, he made I Think I Could Beat Mike Tyson. But at the end of the day, that was his genre. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. The market, they started to flood that type of rap out. They may have had only one spot for a rapper like Will Smith because they have a spot for everybody. After MC Hammer faded out, then they put a couple of other people in there. I can't come off the top of the head, but that's what they do. You started to see a swing in the 90s, the late 90s, what direction they was going with hip hop as they started to weed out the Pete Rocks and CL Smooths and Heavy D's and guys like that, artists like that. They started to they started to fade them out. So that's what I'm saying. That's how the music industry got like that. So I'm saying once again, what role did we play in making Will Smith feel like he had to do what he had to do? I think too. I bet you they had arguments where probably his wife said something like, "If Pac was still here, I probably would have been with Pac." Oh, so deaf. I have that on my phone. I had that song so fresh. I had that on my phone. I'll be slapping the shit out of that song. Oh, by the way, his wife directed that song by Will Smith with Biz Markie and And Slick Rick So Fresh. Yeah, that song was dope. But that's what the market did. They started to push the people like the clean, relatively clean rap out the door. They if you didn't use a whole bunch of profanity on your records, they didn't want you. They really didn't want to deal with you. LL Cool J, he kind of got past LL Cool J, he kind of was able to survive because some of his albums were clean, some of them wasn't. But like I said, you started to see the industry, you started to see the change. You started to see what even as the radio stations, you started to see towards the late 90s, they wasn't playing artists like a Tribe Called Quest and them type of people. You started to see just certain type of music come along. And if you look like what is this shit that's out now, you just be like, okay, this is what it then came to. You look at some of the stuff that they play on the radio now, you just be like, my God. But I'm just saying, everybody played a role in turning Will Smith to who he is. And this is what he said. He said it in his acceptance speech. He said he had to put up with a lot of disrespect. And like I said, I feel Will Smith because Will Smith is a Libra like me. And I don't want to make this a zodiac sign thing, but like I said, I was born in September. And Libras do put up with a lot of shit before they snap. Cause like I said, I know what it's like. I had people try, like I had a bunch of goofy YouTubers trying to like this goofy ass YouTuber nigga trying to talk crazy to me. I don't mess with that bitch ass nigga no more. But at the end of the day, I had to put up with him disrespecting me. You know, talking to me crazy, like he really know me, not even knowing that I like But I had to put up with that stuff. Just sitting up there taking the high road and stuff. That's another thing. Once again, we always told to just take it, take the high road, ignore the dude, be cool. But then they constantly try you. In a lot of our situations, black people don't know how to just, sometimes black people think when somebody is taking the high road, when they disrespect them, that mean that they punking them and that the dude is scared of them. That's not always the case. The dude is just trying to let you live and give you a pass. But then you have people, well, I disrespect them before, so let me see, can I get away with disrespect them again? And then sometimes they don't know who they dealing with. And then the one day they mess with you and you ain't a move for it, and then all hell breaks loose. And that's the point that I was trying to make about this whole thing about thinking that you have the right as a comedian to say whatever the fuck you want to say and think that there's no consequences. It's consequences behind everything. And then some of these black people on here talked about Will Smith should be arrested and all that kind of, man, get out of here. Like I said, I'm so disappointed in the community on how they didn't like flip flopped on Will Smith. Now there's been people that's been supporting him, but at the same time, I've seen more people acting like white conservatives. Oh my God, I just was appalled by what Will Smith did. Since when? You got rappers talking shit. I mean, come on, man. And like I said, hearing Eminem of all people say something, is you kidding me? But anyway, appreciate the love, appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm gonna be back with more. So I'm out.